sure that when all of those catalogs are coming in this time of year with your address and information on it, before you throw them out, make sure that it's crossed off. This is Guard Your ID. It's a 4-piece identity protection roller and camo tape set. So this is something very interesting. It's V33976. The clearance price means no reorder, and that clearance price is less than $17. If you've got a Q card, you can break that down into 3 monthly payments of $5.56. So Diana Seastit, you bring us fantastic problem-solving ideas. This is that stocking stuffer that maybe no one even knew they needed until they got it home.
That's right, and it's really something that that anybody can use, any age, anybody who gets mail or pays bills, so whether you're 18 and living on your own for the first time or your grandma, everyone can use this, because you really have to be careful about what you're throwing into your trash and recycle bin. Anything that has your name, your address, account numbers, medical information, you don't want to just take that and throw that in there, because there are dumpster divers that go and kind of look at your trash and recycle bin as a puzzle. They're looking for bits and pieces of information to then potentially steal your identity. So for here, this is our roller stamp. So you're getting 2 of these, and you just click the top and it releases the self-inking roller stamp. And these are actually the characters that are on that stamp surface. So you can see they're all kind of scrambled and askew. So that's what you're doing when you're rolling this over. You're basically scrambling or encrypting your personal private information. And that's how simple it is to use the roller. And then you're also getting 2 of the camo tapes. And what is really nice about this, it has the same characters on there. It works like one of those corrector tapes, if you're familiar with that. But if you just need to do a very small piece of information to get rid of that, it's a permanent adhesive. And that also will work on glossy, where this is going to work just on your matte papers. But maybe I have this and I need to turn it into work because I have to, reimbursements or something. You just don't want your account number floating around. So you can just scramble the account number, and now no one's going to be able to see that.
It's a gift that literally does keep on giving, because ID theft affects millions of Americans every single year. We have some great color options for you to choose from, so you can get some fun colors while you're doing your work as well. We have it for you in black, and again, you're getting a set of 4. You're getting 2 of those roller stamps, 2 of the camouflage tapes. Black, green is going to be our most limited. We also have it for you in the blue, and here is the purple. If sold separately, $35.48. We have it for you today for $16.68. And you were showing us that medicine bottle. This is your tax forms, your magazines, canceled checks maybe. The medicine bottles, you don't need to be giving out any of that information.
Absolutely not. We want to be able to recycle these bottles. The labels are always really hard to try and peel off.
Yes, they are.
So you don't want this floating around. And what if you had a refill left on here and somebody went wandering into your pharmacy that could get precious medical information about you? So it's really important to cover that kind of stuff up. And with a simple swipe, you can completely obliterate the information that was on there. We're, of course, very sensitive about our social security numbers and things, but identity theft can start with just your name and address on a piece of junk mail, or just a receipt or something that has partial account numbers, that sort of thing. We pay bills and we always send part of it back to the company, and then there's another part of that bill that we potentially throw away or recycle that has all the same information on it. It has your account number, your name, your address. So this is so simple. I love that it's portable and quiet, because I can do this any time of day. When my kids are sleeping upstairs, I'm not making any noise, like a loud shredder or something. And even, of course, if you have a shredder, you can't shred the boxes, the bubble mailers, the oversized envelopes, all that stuff, catalogs, magazines. So this is really something that any family can use, young or old.
Absolutely. And keep in mind, you're getting a set of 4. 300 have now been picked up. You're going to get 2 of the roller stamps, 2 of the camouflage tapes. The rollers, about 1,000 swipes each.
Yes.
And then that tape is 450 centimeters. So what you're doing is you're giving yourself and those you love the ability to protect yourself. And one of the most challenging things, I think, if you face your identity being stolen, is trying to prove who you are.
Exactly. Identity theft does affect millions of people each year, and it is something that until it happens, there's no warning, like, oh, this might happen. It already happened once you find out about it, and then it could take months. It could take a very long time. And if you're young and on your own for the first time, your credit is obviously it's important to everybody, but it can even affect your ability to get a job, buy that first car. So having that all, big problem for months and months trying to, undo that entanglements and stuff. Nobody wants to deal with that. And so this is just one simple way to help prevent identity theft.
We have the set of 4 in black, the set of 4 in green. We have it for you in purple. We have it for you in blue. This is a clearance price of $16.68. So each piece basically breaks down to $4 and change. But what it can do for you is priceless because it is keeping your information to you. You're not sharing it with the world. And, I think just the other day, there were like 5 or 6 catalogs in the mail that I didn't even ask for that have my address on it. Before I put them in the recycling bin, I want to make sure no one else knows that where I live.
Exactly. And again, you can use the camouflage tape just to do a very small piece of information. If you wanted to save this document, maybe just get rid of your name or your date of birth on there. But then you have these roller stamps where it literally takes seconds to just obliterate all that information that was on there that was personal to you. This is something you would never want to hand a stranger on the street. So don't just throw it in your recycle bin or your trash can without doing something to it. And if you don't have a shredder, this is certainly a must-have for that home. And if you do, again, there's all these different things, the medicine bottles, the boxes, the bubble mailers and things that you can use. And even just the junk mail, because we don't typically shred all the catalogs and things like that. We save that for just a few documents because they're loud and noisy and kind of hard to use. So
well, and they can be messy to have to try and then dump. This is much easier to just cross it off and then you throw it away and you can close that lid to the garbage can knowing that you have kind of put a barrier between yourself and anybody else who may be trying to, get your info and say that they're you.
That's right. That's right. And it's so simple. Anybody can do this. Again, you just click the top, and these are refillable, and you just swipe those characters over there. These are actually all the characters that are on that stamped surface. You can see they're scrambled. They're like an encryption. So when you put that on top of your information, it just scrambles it. And no one can read that now.
It's kind of fun to use, too.
It is. It's so fun.
We do have some color options. I do have an update for you. We have it for you. Here we come. I see. Here we go. In the black, if you would like the green, fewer than 200 left in the green. We also have it in purple, and we have it in blue. Maybe you want to gift one person the entire set. Maybe you want to break it up and give one of the rollers, one of the camouflage tapes. It's up to you. But it's all about, someone will go in their stocking or open it up and say, what is this? And you say, you know what? I just gave you the gift of privacy. And security.
Right. And I love that as a gift for maybe like that niece or nephew or granddaughter or grandson out on their own for the first time, because I think young people, they're not thinking about this as much as maybe we are. So to teach them, to give this to them and say, look, this is what this does. It's going to cover up your personal information. Be aware that you don't want to throw in the trash and the recycle bin bills and medical information. Another facet of identity theft is that people steal identities to go then get medical services. And I always tell this story, but my next door neighbor just had this happen to her this year. And not only was her identity stolen, but it was sold several times. And each person had committed some crimes, and then they kept turning in her name. She ended up with a 10-page criminal record. She had to go to the state police, get herself fingerprinted, all this stuff. She's still dealing with this nightmare. I mean, so it can be. I mean, that might be an extreme story, but it happened to my neighbor. And so it's just something that everyone should be aware of.
That just made my jaw drop.
I had never heard of that I hadn't either. Identity stolen, but then let's sell it.
That's
crazy.
That's crazy. But here's the thing. You were saying earlier, Diana, this is often the thing that you don't think about until it happens to you. And we never know when it's going to happen to us. And now that people are taking this even levels further, this is how you literally put your stamp.
Right.
And block off your info so that you're doing everything that you can. You're going to bed at night with the peace of mind knowing you've done everything you can with one swipe.
Right.
To protect yourself.
And it's simple and easy, and your mail doesn't have to pile up. You just zip through your mail. This is another pet peeve of mine. These are those credit cards statements that you get that have these checks filled out with your name and address and your credit card company, because they want you to go in but these are like, somebody could just pick up one of these, walk into a bank and cash a check that, it's just horrible. So
not anymore.
No, you need to block out that information for sure.
It's quick, it's quiet, you can do it when the kids are in bed, and it's easy, and it's peace of mind, which to me is priceless. We have it for you in the black. If you'd like the green, only 100 are left in the green, so please don't wait. Purple, and then we have it in blue. If sold separately, $35.48, but today we have it for you for $16.68. I got to tell you, I just think this is a great gift, and it's the gift that somebody will come back in a few months and say, you know what, thank you so much for thinking of me and for thinking of that when I didn't.
That's right.
So Diana Seestedt, thank you so much. So we still have to get to my pick of the show in just a little bit from Duraflame. This is just, it's got a little handle on it.